in this video I'm going to show you how to create sections. Why are sections important? Sections are always in DOT roadway plans and any type of construction plans. A section means what does the road look like as it cuts through the alignment. So what we're going to do is we have to start with sampling the alignment. So what it does is it creates profiles or a section cut through each of the, like every 100 feet of the proposed road. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go sample lines. We're in the Home tab underneath the sample lines. It says, at the bottom it says, select an alignment or press enter to select from a list. So I'm going to hit enter to get my list. This means if I had more than just one road, but we have one road. We click OK. And now it says create sample line group. So I'm going to say VCD road. The sample line style is going to be generic and is going to be default. So is the name. Now, the road that we're sampling is going, or the alignment we're sampling is going to be our road. Now, here's what you have to change. The existing surface is going to be a style of existing grounds. The VC corridor is going to be basic style. And then the last one is going to actually be a finished ground. We select OK. So existing for existing, VCD corridor is basic, and then VCD corridor surface is finished ground. Select OK. And now it says, it gives us the sample line tool palette. Right now I could select random points, but I'm going to come over here to the fifth box, and it's going to be a sample range of stations. That means I want to sample it at every 100 feet. Right now it's checked at a station. So I'm going to select the first one by range of stations, and it tells me this information. It says I'm alignment. I'm starting from the very beginning, which is 10 plus 0, 0, to the very end. Do we want to snap to an alignment? No. And we want the width of our left-hand side and our right-hand swath width is 50 feet to the left of the center line and 50 feet to the right of the center line. Now it says, here's the increments. Using sample increments, 100 along the tangents, 100 along the curves, and 100 along the spirals. We can do more, but right now I'm going to leave it at 100. Do we want to start at the true range? Yes. We want to add additional points. So we definitely want cross sections at the horizontal geometry points. That means the PC, PI, PT, any changes like in a curve. So I'm going to click OK. So we didn't really change anything, we just read. Now it says select a specific station. I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK, or enter, and be done. Now we can come up here and we can see that it's being sampled at 10 plus 0, 0, 11 plus, 11 or 12, 12, 40, 97. That's where our PC's at. 13, 1379, 1400. The 1378 is where our PI is at. 15, 1566, etc. So it's taking sampling stations at every 100 feet and every geometry point, our PC, PT, PI. All right, now, the next thing that we want to do is we actually want to create cross sections. So we're going to come up here and go create section views. We're going to do multiple ones at a time. So I'm going to create multiple views. So I'm going to click on the first one. And if we had multiple alignments, we'd pick whatever alignment we're working on. Ours is automatically be road. The group name, that's a default. If we had different sampling types, we could select that. The station range, we're going to leave it automatically, and we're going to give it a section view name as VCD sections. All right. Description, tell me what this is being sampled for. In your job, you might be asked to do this. We're going to leave it as default layers, and we're going to leave it as section view style as road section. Now, I'm going to click through these, but we're not going to change anything, so I'm just going to show you information. Next, if we were actually working on if we had a template already set for typical sections, we could go out and select production. So it's creating sheets outside of this. We may do this as a project out of class, but right now we're going to just do it in the draft model, and we're going to put everything in this drawing. This is not the wisest thing to do when you're in a job. You do not want all your things in one drawing because you're going to be using different scales and it'll mess up your drawing. But for this class, we're going to put everything in one drawing. Now, the production is somebody that's already created a template file. So we're going to plot all. That's our group plot settings. So we're going to go next. We're using an offset of 50 and 50. So it's automatic. We could change to 25 and 25. What it's saying is from the center line, you're going 50 to the right and 50 to the left. That's why you've got a negative and a positive. Next, we're going to leave everything as automatic for the users instead of being user specified. If we actually wanted to draw like our pipes and everything in this information, then we would actually select the height like we did in the profile. Okay? And we'll go ahead and hit next. Everything else is default. All right? This is what's being labeled, and we're going to go ahead and hit next. Right now, we're not going to modify this information and leave it as default. Click next. We can have different types of bands. Right now, we're going to just do offsets only, and we're going to have the section view at the bottom. The band is located at the bottom. So we're going to say create section views, and now what it's asking you is to identify a location. I'm just going to put our sections over here. Now, what it does is it adds, I'm going to go ahead and freeze off LAYFRZ, or you can use your icon, lay freeze. I'm going to go ahead and freeze off of this so it's a little bit cleaner. We will have to adjust our text height when we start to do the cleanup of our drawing. But right now what we have, I want to show you, is it has the stations of 0 here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then it has the elevations, 120, 130, 140, 150. So this is what our road looks like. This is what it is by daylighting. It daylighted down on the first one. So we could look up here. This is how it daylights down back to the existing ground. The green line is the existing ground and the blue is our proposed. So each one of these has to daylight back into the ground that it is. So it's just profiling the information. All right? So this created all of our cross sections on our alignment at every 100-foot intervals. All right, that's it for this video. The next video I'll show is probably going to be showing you how to clean up this data.